Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Th3rds podcast. You feel me, man?
Yes, sir.
We joined here by someone else, man.
How y'all doing, man? It's your boy J Bones.
Man, a little close.
What's good with y'all boys? It's your boy J Bones, man. We tuned in here with Th3rds, man, and it's a pleasure to be here for real.
Nah, we appreciate you coming out. What the commute was like? What, 2 hours?
Yeah, it was 2 hours, not a lot. It was a drive. I was caught up in a lot of traffic. I was like, man.
Nah, we appreciate you coming through because I would have turned around.
I was thinking about it, bro. I think I got to like, I was by Boca, like right in front of FAU. It was like a 30-40 minute way. I was like, yo, this is OD. I was like, I gotta push it. I gotta come through. I'm not gonna do it like that.
Exactly,
Appreciate you sliding through, man.
I appreciate you.
I don't want to live in Miami until that traffic hit.
Nah, facts.
Nah, South Florida crazy. Where I'm from, South Florida, traffic not like this. Tell the people a little bit about yourself, man. What you do.
You feel me? I'm a man of God first, content creator second. I be doing a little bit of vlogs. Main thing people really rock with me for is the yapping. And how people just like when I saw that's really gonna be I could put it for real.
Perfect time to be on a podcast, huh?
I'm saying though, you feel me? I was like, I checked my DMs. It was like, the Jordan, right?
Yeah,
Jordan hit me up. He was like, "Yo, let's be on the podcast." I went through. I was like, "All right, bet like something I can rock with for real." I was like, "All right, bet let me tap in, come through, talk for a little bit."
for sure. I always be wondering, like, because people just, I don't know, they accept to come on. I'll be like, it is a random podcast. I don't know how I feel like somebody just randomly hit me up. But it's cool that we got you on, man.
Great that we got you on, man.
And yeah, it's always a thing. Like everybody I reach out to, like they end up being from South Florida. Like I was trying to tell, like if he from Florida, like from from the videos and like the environment in the background and things like that.
Yeah. But I say for sure one of the main things that really like maybe gravitate because like I'm not like I don't know I don't like using the word Hollywood, but I'm just not really wanting to collab with a lot of people because I just don't really like hang around people like that. My videos I really be solo dolo, but it's I don't know. I just like the energy, the vibe y'all brought. You feel me? Like I like how literally I walk in, I sit back on my eye. These cool people.
I appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
it's smooth.
Nah, it's smooth. Yeah, I always see you on the timeline and everything. But first video would be like, what's it called? POV is not a 20v1 type. Yeah. So, first kind of question I kind of want to ask you, like, what got you like into like wanting to like document your life and things like that?
I'll say for sure. Ever since I was like a little kid, like I can remember I think it was 8th grade. I remember seeing science class with my homeboys. It was like, oh yeah, like, I was like, I want to be a YouTuber. But back then, people want to be like King Sid, Smooth G, and and stuff.
Yeah,
trying to do those type of videos. Exactly. like I think that was what 2014, 2015. That was their peak. So I'm like, I'm trying to be like them boys. And then over time, I just stopped. And then I think it was my junior year in high school. I quit basketball. Coach was on my back. I said, I'm not doing that no more. I was really good at academics, but it's like I always just wanted something else to just like kind of like grind at and kind of just continue to grow and like be better at. It was just content creation. So I picked up my iPhone and started making like little stupid videos and stuff. And then it wasn't until after I phased out of high school. I phased out of high school. And I tried making college content. Like I don't know if y'all heard that one little Riz dude, E-Man. Like, I tried doing a little content like that. Like he just go around like just original girls.
Oh yeah, I watch him. Yeah.
I was trying to do the content like that, but I was just like, is this really something I want to do? And it was like I think it was a stage of 2023 from November to December. I was just really like I'm talking about like sad. Like I'm going out. Like I still work, so I'm coming home after work. Like I'll be on Amiga 1-2 hours just like talking to girls. I'm like, bro, like what am I doing with my life? And I just started picking up my Bible. I started praying on it. And then it was on, but then it wasn't until March I started actually talking about God. Because I think I already ran up 100K on TikTok, but I wasn't really talking about God because I was scared to talk about God. I was like, man, like how people gonna take it? Like I'm just like, I was really cussing on there, this and that. But then I just made that change, and it's like now I'm at a point of my content where I really feel like I'm at like the best, most comfortable position where it's like I'm me. Like, I don't gotta put on a facade. I can pick up the camera whenever I want and really just do whatever, and it's just 100% me. I don't gotta put on a facade. Like I'm just chilling for real.
I want to ask you a few questions about yourself, but before we go into that stuff, the daily deviation.
Oh, daily deviations, man.
Daily deviation.
All right, so this one's kind of like a game. You feel what I'm saying? So you be in your word, right?
Yeah.
You be in your word. Yeah. All right. So Th3rds like to play this game where we pick our starting 5 for biblical characters.
Okay.
The rules are you can't pick Jesus, obviously.
Okay.
Jesus really hooping.
And the second rule, I think that's the only rule, right?
Yeah,
I bet.
No
So
Jesus and God.
J Bones, you here? You get the first pick of the draft.
Oh, we going like a draft?
Yeah, we could go like a
Like
draft.
first pick, you really gotta go with someone who could build. You feel me? Someone who could really put a good team together. And that's why I'm gonna go with Noah.
Okay.
Okay. That's Charles's pick. That's Charles's pick. That's Charles's
Okay.
pick. That's Charles's pick.
You need someone to build a team.
I'm trying. Let's go,
That
Charles.
second pick, okay.
That second
24th.
pick, I need a shooter, like a splash brother, like Moses, like split the sea open.
I didn't think you were gonna go that way. I was thinking about my second pick. You feel me? All right.
Hey man.
Damn, I can't even think for
Hey
it.
man. Hey man. Third one.
Oh,
I gotta pick the favorite. I gotta pick the one that the Holy Ghost rose up. God gonna rise him up no matter what. So I gotta go with Enoch. Enoch.
I think I need like somebody, just prodigy from when they was young for real. Like Daniel Brown was coming up, you feel me? I need me like King David for real, man. A man after God's heart, So God really up there. If he after God's heart, he really be jumping. David got bunnies and all that.
Hopefully you're not playing against Bathsheba.
Oh nah, them women sitting courtside gonna get him.
Wait, maybe it's like a Jordan Poole effect. You know what I'm saying? It's a pool party.
Yeah, second.
Yeah, back on you.
I'm really looking for a heavy hitter. I got the foundational piece, but to every hold on, I almost said something. Hold on. To every with Shaq, you need a penny. But hold on. I got my penny. I need a Shaq. My fault. I'm really trying to get it together. Let me get it together. So I'm thinking I could either go big or I could really go for someone who I know gonna get the boards at the 4. I'm hoping y'all don't pick up my 5, but at the 4 I'm gonna go with Joe because I know.
Okay, Joe.
Elbows.
That's a good one.
Joe taking all of
He's
it.
gonna get that board for me.
Scrappy.
Swing it back out to the one.
Scrappy players. Young, but very much,
Nosebleeds, all that.
Exactly. Clean up crew. Don't
He
matter.
a dog.
Scratch him, don't matter.
very team player. Doesn't blame
Get
any.
tired.
Doesn't blame anyone.
He like my more like let's crash out Draymond.
Let's crash out.
Let's crash out Draymond.
Joe, real patient.
Exactly.
I think I'm gonna take Samson.
He took mine too.
Samson. That land.
Samson not getting no cuts before the game.
No cuts.
He just going in straight.
He looking like Joakim Noah.
Dang. Hey man, I gotta have someone with the IQ, man. Someone with the IQ. So I gotta go Solomon. I gotta go Solomon.
You could really throw a Bathsheba there too. Well, Bathsheba his mom. Hold on. Someone else. You could throw somebody in the crowd to really trip him up for real.
Nah, man.
Let me see.
Queen of Sheba.
Queen of Sheba. She would probably
That's a real pull. That's a real pull effect.
That's the real.
without a gender. And then let me see. I think I'm going probably like dynamic duo. So you really got something to build off of. This probably something like nobody really picking up for real.
I know
like
exactly
nobody was
what
gonna
you're
pick
saying.
this.
I know exactly what you're gonna
No,
pick.
I'll probably go with Jonathan because
Oh,
him and
okay.
David.
Yeah, I knew the connection. David.
The chemistry is crazy, and
Okay.
we all about chemistry, that twin telepathy. David and Jonathan, they loved each other like a brotherly love, and we need that on the court. Can't have that bickering.
That's true.
Splash Brothers.
Indeed,
Splash
tight.
Brothers.
I think next one I need someone who I know gonna cook up the best crops. Who gonna score all the points? You feel me? I think I gotta go with Abel. I need that score. You feel me? I don't know how big he was, but I know he really gonna provide the best points, and he gonna provide the best before
A
God.
provider indeed.
Yeah, that's real.
Indeed.
All right, we need a serious paint presence now. Let's get Goliath in there.
Oh no, that's crazy. You already have Samson.
See, I was on the borderline. I was like, can I go there though?
That boy dropped his centers.
Yo, this man looking like.
I already got David, so you already know what's up with that matchup.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all not touching Enoch, bro. Y'all not touching Enoch. But I guess I'm gonna go with. I gotta do it. I'm going with Paul. Well, Saul. Not Paul. I'm gonna go with Paul.
Taking my people.
I'm gonna go with Paul.
Indeed.
I don't know, but like, do we need that vigor? But maybe he can step back into
Do you need
it.
a Pat Bev on your? Do you need Pat Bev?
You never know though. You never know what the game gonna get to.
You feel us? I mean, like to even out the Enoch's like all above Previns and like Solomon, they too wise for him. Like we do need someone like with that. You feel what I'm saying? So probably I'll go with Saul.
Saul.
Yeah, let's go Saul. Prime killer.
Indeed, literally. He cutting them ears off.
He cut the hands off.
Let me see, man. No cap. This is the first time I played the game with y'all because y'all done played it before, right? Yeah. Really drawing blanks for real.
I know who I'm going next.
Me too.
Damn, boy. We know who ain't been in their word, man. Let me see.
There's a lot you can go.
There is a lot.
There's a lot you can go.
I don't even know, man. I can't correlate the hoops to the script like that. I'm thinking like I need somebody that can handle the adversity, you know, that really couldn't handle what coach was giving them at first, but they learned how to be coachable. I need a vet, you know.
Oh no.
I need somebody that's been seasoned. I need somebody that's been in that whale and it came out.
I already know who you're
I need me a Jonah, man.
Jonah?
He done been through that adversity. He been through like, you know, losing game 7. But then he came back, you feel me? He listened to coach.
He had a bad college year and now he's coming back.
Essentially, you know. I need somebody with experience.
You feel me? For me, he took Goliath, so I feel like I need to crash out. I really feel like I need to crash out President of Paint. I drafted Abel, so why not just pick up Kane?
Yeah, I was about to say brotherly duo.
They may fight behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Somebody might die.
Somebody might die.
Hopefully it's the other team, man.
Hey man, he got 2 Draymonds on there. That's crazy. He got 2 Draymonds on there.
I'm gonna be like the what year? 98 Pistons?
With Ben Wallace and
boys.
Yeah.
Don't know what he's talking about.
Malice in the Palace.
Go ahead.
But my next pick, I'm taking Peter.
Dang. Sorry, you took mine. You definitely took
No,
mine.
he felt that from the heart.
I need that supporting cast. I need someone that's gonna bat.
Dang, you really took mine. Flip.
My next pick might be controversial.
Nah, he took mine for real.
So I'm gonna take Esther.
Flip, bro.
You want to defer that pick?
No, I'm not gonna challenge him. Ooh, man. Let's take it back to the beginning.
Let's take it.
Let's take it back to the beginning. The one that like, the one that's like the father of all y'all. I'm going with Adam. I'm going with Adam.
Folder.
I might
Under pressure.
rile up my
Huh?
team a little bit.
He folds under pressure, but what he leaves was a legacy. He created all y'all. So hey.
It's in the bag. It's fine if you don't got it. There's another SD card in the bag. But smooth. So it might be a little controversial, but I need somebody that's like that's real deceptive, real crafty, real shifty. Like, oh, I'm here? Nah. I already know your game plan. So you know, I need somebody that's in every room, you know. They not omnipresent, they not omniscient. Give me Lucifer, man.
What?
Y'all ain't Yo, you gotta go live.
I thought my people's gotta be controversial.
Cut it here.
It went all the way out there.
I heard deceptive. I'm like, wait, who's he about to take?
Not Judas. We're not going
That's
with
just
Judas.
my
Wait.
my thing.
I would have been fine with that.
Real shifty. You don't know where you going. You know your game plan.
Lucifer throwing 30 in the garden.
He is dropping 30 in the garden, literally.
30 in the garden.
Yeah.
Team actually might be because that temptation though.
Oh snap! That's your 4th, right?
Yeah.
That's 4th pick.
Strong four.
That's a.
Man, I'd cut it right there.
I cut it right there too.
Nah, for my 5 to finish off the team, I was really going the same place he was going with the shiftiness. I think I gotta go with Judas.
Dang.
Judas for really get shifty with it. You feel me?
Dang.
Might take his own life though.
Hey,
Sheesh.
but I just know he about to do that while he's trying to take someone else's life on a poster.
Judas really get busy.
Exactly.
Busy.
Dang.
He after that bag.
Exactly.
This next pick,
Charles, if you take my nigga, I'm not gonna lie.
I think I'm gonna take. Dang. I feel like I might mix up the name, but Jacob.
They got Lucifer, but we got Judas.
So, you know, they got KD, but we got Jaden McDaniels.
Jacob's the one that went to prison.
It's Jacob and Esau, right? They're the brothers.
Wait, who's the one that had the 3 brothers?
Wasn't it more than 3 brothers? Wasn't it like
It was Jacob.
It was probably
Jacob?
Yeah, that was the first 2 that came through. Probably.
And their
Right?
dad was who?
You know, you're talking about Joseph.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Joseph. His dad
Coat of
was
many
Jacob.
colors. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Joseph.
I know
Joseph.
pregame fit. Lee Fitz, they would have had Joseph going crazy.
Nah, crazy.
Okay.
Dang.
Handle adversity.
So Joseph, dang. Okay. I was gonna say, can I go to a 4 horsemen, like one of the horsemen of the Bible? Or like, would that be crazy?
Now we're going to the end time.
like get to the horsemen of war. Like who's winning?
We're taking demons.
Yo,
He took Lucifer. He took Judas.
Hey man,
I'm going to the horsemen.
my pick is kind of like still like grounded.
Yeah, Judas.
Same.
One of y'all took Goliath though, like.
Stay true to yourself. You're not taking sinners. You the only right team.
You lay down the path, so I
You know what?
You finna have
You
a
know
horseman with Saul on your team?
Yo, that's hard. That's hard.
That's
If I
no
get the-
team chemistry.
The horsemen of war. That's
Nah.
crazy. That's crazy.
King David swings the rock to Lucifer in the corner. Bang!
No. Okay. I'm gonna choose Elijah. I'm gonna choose Elijah. Prophet. I'm gonna choose Elijah. Something wise to round it off. This is just gonna be a wise team.
I was gonna choose a prophet too, man. I need somebody, you know, that really, you know, got entrusted to help pick the person to, you know, lead his kingdom. And who would that be? That boy Elijah, man. Give me Elijah. He gonna see through them schemes, man.
I said Elijah.
You said Elijah? I think you said Elijah. Dang, you done took
Elijah
Elijah?
or Elijah?
I'll take Elisha.
I said Elijah.
Elisha got the double portion.
I said Elijah.
I'll take Elisha.
Okay.
He got the double portion of what Elijah
Now,
already
that's
had.
a very confusing. Like I forgot those two.
Yeah.
Like are very related. My bad.
You got a little lisp, low key.
Hey man, hate to see it.
Those are smooth 5s.
This is smooth 5. Smooth
Comment y'all
5.
5 in the comments if y'all got y'all 5.
And who do you
Y'all
think
put me
out of
way.
our 5 is making it like ruining the championship? Which
Win the championship, man.
My
Final
five
four.
guy. I think my 5 guy.
I don't think so. You got Judas in there. He gonna betray your team.
You see, that's the thing. But hopefully it's after we get the ring. Though. Like, he fully KD after we get the ring.
He
Imagine the pick and roll. King David coming on. Lucifer set the pick. No, it's a slip because he deceptive. Slip, dunk down. Hey, windmill. Huh.
Hey man.
Imagine Noah's just setting down the foundation on offense, on court coach. Yo, you get there, you get there. You run circles.
Hey man. Guess what? They all failed in the end. They all failed in the end. Oh nah, I have Solomon. Let me not talk. I have Solomon. Let me not talk.
Nah, that boy Solomon, man, went down 3-1 essentially.
Nah, it's okay.
That boy had
riches,
everything.
Riches, cash shot.
Nah, smooth 5 though. Strong daily deviation, man.
Strong daily deviation. You feel what I'm saying? Should we go into another one, or we should just go into like
Back
just?
to what you were saying earlier, you decided to quit
Man,
basketball.
he said nah. Dang.
Because I wanted to keep it fresh in my brain. You decided to quit basketball. What was that process like?
I would say for me, especially back in high school, what really led me to quit basketball was just like, it was just taking a toll on my mentals. Like, it got to a point because it was like, I was one of those players who was like, I was shifty. I had like, kind of, you say, the skill, but I lacked in things such as confidence, and I was neglecting to hit the gym. So it's like, that right there was killing me because it's like, all right, but I'm doing this and out on the court, but I'm playing against bigger people, faster people. So it's like, I'm a step behind now. And it was just my fault on neglecting things. So it's like, as you get up to varsity, playing bigger, on travel and stuff, it just gets harder. Coaches on your back. Like, and there was also a point of just like, me personally, I'm the type of dude, like, I'm not really gonna let anybody talk to me like that. You drop a couple F-bombs, you call me the B word, I'm looking at you like, who you talking to? Like,
Yeah.
Wait,
like,
coaches be calling y'all the B word?
Yeah,
Oh.
no, coaches then called me like
yeah, like,
terrible things.
like,
For real?
for me, it really just lasted, like, I want to say it lasted to me like a month or two. And I remember it was in the game, got in the game, missed a couple shots, missed a couple layups. Oh, you were never gonna play nowhere, this and that. I said, all right, bet. Went to the game, took off my jersey. Next day at school, threw it in the coach's office. I'm done.
Dang.
He said, nah, don't go this and that. I was like, I ain't going for it.
You know, already said everything, yeah.
I'm done right now. And I remember my dad, like, he was just like, I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, like, you gotta have that mental toughness up. But I was like, I'm not putting up with it no more. Cause it's like, I understand some people, they need basketball to get to college and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like me, like, I'm not really like, I've always been really good academically. So it's like my GPA, like, I was able to get in most of the colleges I applied to. So
That wasn't the route you needed.
yeah, it wasn't really not
Yeah.
needed. So I was like, I don't need this. Practice till 11. I was like, I'm throwing in the towel. I'm done.
One thing I always felt like that low-key wasn't celebrated enough was like the academic scholarships or like whatever you needed like to get in, like that's just as big as the D1 joints.
Yeah.
But nobody really be looking at them like it.
Exactly. I agree with that. For sure. But I don't know. I just feel like Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I feel like it's like looking back at it, like especially now to my homeboys who's still in high school, like you could go out there, get like a 12 something on your SAT, get 75 to 100% of your college paid off in Florida if you want. And it's like they'd be like, well, I could do that. I was like, yeah, bro. But the thing is with me, like for me, like I didn't really know about that till my senior year. So now you have me senior years, you stressing about it, you feel me? When I talk about that at school, and he talk about, oh yeah, go out there, get your scholarship, go out there, do this, go out there, do that. I was never thinking about it.
Nah, I felt that for real. Cause what's it called? So my mom had me like in this program called like IB, International Baccalaureate. So yeah, through there I got bright futures and all that. But I never wanted to be in it. Like I didn't really rock with school. I just had a good memory and all that. But through that, it was a blessing to be able to even come here, like, and everything like that. Cause God always got the plan for me. Was there like ever a point like ever like regretted it for a little bit?
I'll say for sure there were points. I want to say like, cause I was an ace. I was in like the other side. Of
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was an ace. I said like it was definitely those long nights. You feel me? And I definitely had an ace teacher who was strict on my back. Like I remember I was falling asleep in class and like this, and I was like, man, this is worth it. And I say looking back, and I'm proud of myself for going through it.
Definitely worth it. Yeah. You in high school, you have the option to take an ACE program.
Get it.
Take it.
Yeah.
Get that free tuition.
Exactly.
They don't be breaking out. Where you in high school at?
I went to high school at Somerset Kings Academy. It's a smaller school, just a little charter school.
I was about to say. I don't know nothing from like South
I
Florida.
heard Somerset, and I thought you were gonna say that one that's on what's it called?
The one in Broward.
Yeah. I want to say.
I played a couple tournaments there for basketball, but I never actually went to school there.
Okay.
Yeah, growing up, like you kind of mentioned, like your walk with God and everything. Like, where did like the foundation started from, like your parents, or it was like it was always there, and then you found God like for yourself. Just like walk us through that.
I'll say for sure, I was a grandma's boy. You feel me? I was raised by my dad, my grandma, my grandpa. So it's like I was always like my dad. He was in medical school. He's doing this thing, coming home tired. So he wasn't really one to like be like. Really be like, he was around. I'm not about to sit here and say on camera, my dad was around. I love my dad. My dad was around us, you feel me? But it's like, I spent a lot of my childhood with my grandma, my grandpa, get me ready, early morning church, yo, let's go, we out, this and that. So it's like, they instilled in me the concept of knowing God, but it wasn't until later on in life that I kind of built my own relationship with him, where I wasn't really living off their relationship with him, if that makes sense. So yeah, it took me a minute to get to that point, because I would definitely say it was a point in high school where I lost myself a little bit, especially with the basketball thing, like glitz, glamour, like, oh, you basketball, this and that. But I say like, I want to say like, around like end of senior year, coming into my freshman year of college right now, that's when I really was like, all right, but like, let me prioritize my relationship with God, because like, I'm becoming a grown man, I got a lot of
Bro, that's early, bro. Like, you saved yourself a lot of trouble coming into college with that mindset.
Yeah.
Facts.
But I'll say,
You can't relate.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't have those glimpses of moments of that, because I was like early on, like when I first got that FEU, like coming out of high school, it was like I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to go to college, I'm about to go do this, I'm about to do crazy stuff, this and that, blah.
Yeah.
Until like, I slowly just got acclimated. I'll say the number one thing is I'm glad God put it in my mind to go to FAU. Cause I say if I had a dorm and I was in other places besides my parents' house,
Completely different way.
Completely different.
Me and my friends just like we joke about it all the time. Like if J Bones ain't go to no FAU, you wouldn't be no man of God.
God knew.
That dorm like different. It's bored later at night.
Bro, what? Like, but it's like it's like instead of like me being on campus, like, all right, bet somebody says me, it's like, nah, like I'm not driving 20 minutes just to come to school to see. Like I'm gonna stay my butt home, chill, like get on my word, like do some calm stuff. And it just really it's like me not being on campus all the time really just took me out of the situation to do something. Like you said, like I would regret at like 3 a.m. or something. So,
Yeah. Not smooth, because your environment play a big choice, or a big part of like, you know, what you get yourself into. Because I be saying, or like the biggest like way to like avoid sin or avoid like lust, if you in a room with that female, is just like your environment. You know you're not supposed to be in that environment, and so like if you're already in a good environment, it's just a whole nother step to get out of it. And because it's easy to like go into that environment and be like, oh, put that trust in that flesh, where like you know I can handle this, it'll be straight. Like if anything happened, I'll cut it off, but when something happened, like don't be cutting it off. But
get you though.
Know from experience, man.
Like it took me a while to get that concept. Just like sometimes you just shouldn't put yourself in a position to be tempted at all. Instead of just putting yourself in a position to be tempted. I tell my homeboys all the time, they be like, oh, I'm finna go out with this girl, I got self control. I be like, Twin, you may think you have self control, but when you get put in that position, let's say one thing goes a way you wasn't planning for. Now you really debating. The whole time you could have just stayed your butt home, FaceTime the girl, calm conversations. Right there. Either way, you say you're going for a conversation, why you gotta go see her in person? Like, or why you gotta be at night? Why can't y'all go like get an acai bowl or something?
Yeah,
Acai
that's all you would do.
Acai bowls be tough though.
I'm saying though.
What do you get on your acai bowl?
For me, I'm really like a basic person. I don't really do too much. Like I really just get like I'm more of like sometimes I be going for like back in my crib I go for banana, strawberry, and granola. But sometimes this is one spot by FAU they really good. They got like this like tropical like blend where it's like mangoes and some other stuff.
That sound elite. Yeah, mangoes.
Sounds unique. Mangoes is like a crutch. Like
I'm waiting.
Really,
It's a tree at FIU with them mangoes on there. I'm waiting for them to ripen up. I'm going out there with a bag and my
I
camera.
don't blame you.
I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. So you like got to college, get on your walk. So what do you feel God's calling you into next?
I feel like right now, if I'm gonna be 100% transparent with you, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
That's
I don't
real.
know.
That's usually how it goes. That's usually how it goes.
Part of me right now is like, all right, bet. So there's part of me that says, all right, bet. I got TikTok, check. I got Instagram, check. So let's see what we can do with the YouTube, because I say YouTube is definitely one of those platforms where at first it was my main focus, but through trying to post, when I first started posting on TikTok, I tried to post every day. Now I kind of took a step back, but I would say trying to post consistently on TikTok and Instagram is maybe kind of dilute the YouTube a little bit. So I guess now one of my main focus is transitioning from like 1 minute to like 30-second little talk sessions to try and transition that to like, all right, but let's try to do 10, 15-minute sessions. And a lot of people been hitting me up to talk about a podcast, you feel me? Or like trying to start a clothing brand. That's another thing I got in the works right now. It's just like, just trying to really like, it's like I have ideas, but it's like, I just don't feel like it's like solidified, like, all right, bet, go in this direction. That's why I'm just kind of iffy on everything.
Just the wisdom and discernment for that.
So, yeah.
Smooth though. So do you, for the clothing brand, what would you like base it off? Like, what do you think
So,
that's going to be?
right now, the name of the clothing brand is called Made New Apparel. Because it was through a concept. Like this may sound, it's not gonna sound that bad. It was like I was watching my homeboy get baptized. Shout out my boy Sham, he got baptized, right?
Shout out Sham.
Shout out, gang.
So I was chilling and I was just like, it sounds so like rudimentary. It was like he went in the water.
That's a big word.
That's a big word.
My bad, I'll be doing that. I'm sorry. That was just intrusive thoughts. Go ahead.
But yeah, he came out the water. He was made new, so I was like, made new apparel. You feel me? Like, that's really what.
Okay.
Like,
That's smooth.
Exactly.
Not at school, yeah.
Good message.
This is a great message.
Yeah, I always like hearing like, you know, the substance behind the brand and things like that. Because I feel like a lot of people nowadays, like clothing brands was the method.
Motion.
Yeah.
Emotional figures. Get to that bag apparel.
So do you like look
Broken
at like,
emotions.
do you look at like other clothing brands for like inspiration?
No, I say that's one of the main things I tell anybody to do. Like, don't ever be scared to look at someone else's friends, bro. Because
Facts.
I feel like if I could look at somebody else, like right now, like I'm talking to him before, I'm looking at all these, I'm like, all right, bet, like this is what a real podcast should look like. You feel me? Like cameras, soundboard, this and that.
Nah, he did not just say that. We a real podcast now, yo.
Did you just blush?
So
I did just blush. That's crazy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, like I'm in my mind,
Crazy.
I'm taking notes, I'm looking at stuff, because like one of the biggest things for me that people don't really understand is like, you're like when you first started something, you're gonna be at the bottom. You gotta learn from somebody, or you gotta learn from multiple people.
Yeah.
I say before I really made my transition, I was looking at people like Phil Colford.
That's the guy right there.
That's Jordan's favorite
That's
YouTuber.
like James' dad.
Yeah, like
Crazy.
yeah, like Phil Colford, like
Phil
really,
Colford,
Phil Colford,
Claver's
that guy.
son.
Nah, he tough. Hey, Phil Kofi, you want to come on the podcast? Just let us know, gang.
Facts.
Let us know.
He's not watching this right now.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. One time,
It's a joke.
this sounds like meeting, but one time Phil Colford commented on one of my posts. So,
That's fine.
but one time he commented, he was like, "Keep going." I was like, I was so geeked up.
What?
I was so happy.
Not a
Phil
fine.
Kofi making change.
Good job for making a change, man.
Yeah, drop one of the sticker things where you reply to. You reply to my thing. I screenshotted it. Yo,
Y'all are sick.
Now Phil, one of them ones. Though, like, I'm
Nah,
talking
yeah,
about.
he
Like,
one
I
of them
really
ones.
just been watching Phil.
No,
for-
back. He's fun.
He's really just been my motivation, and he was one of the main people that showed me like, all right, but like, because it was like I've always had a thing for cinematics, because like in middle school and high school, I was into journalism and filmmaking. So it was like shout out my journalism teacher. She was a woman of God as well, Miss Horsley. She really put me in that direction. Just like, all right, but here's how to make a script. Here's how you plan the whole thing out. Like, here's how you do this and that. And then she also had me like laying the foundation of me being in my word and stuff. Understand how to read the Bible, understand how to pray.
Now
now that's fire as a
No,
teacher.
that's
Yeah.
teacher.
W teacher.
Dang.
And it was like,
You think she? Oh my bad. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
You think she ever got in trouble for that?
Nah, because it was with what's the name of that club? I think it was called First Priority or something.
Oh, because that's a biblical code.
Yeah,
I know that book. I know what you're talking about.
But every
Okay.
now and then, like between like me and my homeboys who also be in class, she would throw things every now and then, like, oh, that's not very man of God of you, John.
They be saying that to us too.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I started watching Phil. Shout out my homeboy. I'm shout out all my homeboys right now. Jesus.
Shout 'em out.
Shout out them boys,
My
man.
homeboy MJ, aka Marcel. He's the one that showed me Phil, and he was like, "Yo, fam, like you could look, you go into this direction." But that's when I first started YouTube. I was like, "Nah, ain't no one going for that. That's boring." But it's still a vibe to watch.
Yeah.
It was like, as I started like wanting to go in that direction, I was like, "Yo, I could really do that though. Like I could really put my own twist on it, do my own thing."
There's something special in the mundane, man. Like something
It
special
is.
about just having a still shot and just like
Exactly.
only you're the one moving.
Yeah, it's because everything we watch nowadays, it just be like optimized for like the most dopamine it can hit you with, and it that junk like it's just there to addict you. But like when you just watching somebody like go through their raw day in the life, it's like that's so relatable.
That's the videos I love watching. I love watching Phil and like just vlogs like that. Like just vlogs like that.
Nah, yeah, I was geeking too. I was looking through like I had dropped the YouTube video. It said like the recommended channels where people came to like to my video. It said like 21% Phil Kofi. I was like, oh, we really cut from the same cloth, man.
Snap. I do be watching
That's-
Jordan Luke
that's-
sometimes too.
Crazy.
Jay was like, Dad.
Now y'all ODing.
Papa.
Because if you see this is crazy. Nah,
Crazy.
but yeah.
I hope he doesn't watch this episode. I'm not gonna lie. I hope he don't watch this episode. I'm not gonna lie.
Making change.
For real.
But nah, that's fine. When making that switch from like your content, you said you were scared. Like when you posted that like first video, you was like pacing around your room because we had somebody on the podcast.
Shout out
He made
Simeon.
that switch too, Simeon.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, he ran up like a couple 100K on TikTok, like posting like that same kind of like Riz content or like helping girls out. And then he said when he transitioned, like that was the scariest video or scariest time he ever posted. He was like pacing around his room for hours, and then everybody loved it.
I'll say for me, I was really nervous on posting on Instagram. I don't know. My mindset as a creator, I feel like Instagram is a lot more personal of an app to post on than TikTok.
Yeah,
Literally,
most
like
def.
Yeah, 'cause I feel
everybody, all your mutuals in real life,
like,
they on there.
I feel like with TikTok, you can swipe through all day, and TikTok will put you like TikTok will put what they think you'll like from you. So it's like if I post something about Christianity, it'll go to Christians. You feel me? But it's like on IG, it's like the first couple people that's gonna get pushed to on IG with things.
Is your
like
friends,
your
close
friends,
family and stuff like
yeah,
that.
following and stuff. So I'm
People
like,
at school.
yeah, so it was like at first I was like, ooh, I might lose followers. I don't this and that, but I was just like, press post, put my phone down for the night, wake up the next morning, it's like 100K. I was like, I ain't never shot no video at 100K. Next thing you know, it kept going. And I think that was one of the main videos that really like popped up on IG for her. I was like, whoa. I'm talking about, I think, the month of March was like my biggest month. I ran up about 100K in March. I ran up about 100K followers in March and just kept going and going. I'm talking about every day, like people text me like, oh my goodness, you get 10K today. I'm like, yo, and I just added a couple more videos on top of that. You feel me? But then I also made sure I slowed down because one of the last things I want to do is I really don't like saying this word. I think it's called blasphemy.
Blasphemy?
Yeah, blasphemy. Like I hear people pronounce it so differently when I like watch videos and stuff. But yeah, blasphemy. Like one of the worst things I want to do is say something that leads people in the wrong direction. Because it says in the book of Matthew,
Someone that leads to blasphemy is
like-
probably like one of the greatest sins.
yeah, and then it also says like if you lead my people away from me, it's the equivalent of like, or like the punishment is gonna be equivalent of like putting shackles on your neck and throwing you down the river. I'm like, I don't know what that feel like.
That's like the unforgivable sin, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah.
You feel me? And I was like, that's really one of the last things I really do. Where it's like now I'm at a position where it's just like for example, like after this, probably gonna go home, get in my word, just write down thoughts. Like right now, I'm in the book of Acts. Yeah, I'm in the book of Acts, just writing down my thoughts, really taking meticulous time, calling them my homeboys who are also men of God. Like, hey yo, how this sound? Is this too like this? Is this too that? Like really making sure with every single I call them yap sessions that I do is meaningful. It's bringing people towards Christ. But also at the same time, one thing I want to make sure I do now is like I don't want to make everything feel good. Like, I want to just as much I call myself out on something. All right, man, I'm gonna call you out on that same thing as well. You feel me?
Challenge them.
Yeah, like challenge people. Because I feel like too many times, especially as Christian content creators, we push the concept of this is one of my next videos. I still got to drop. I will drop it today. But a lot of people push the concept of how Jesus Christ loves and He forgives, right? But they neglect the fact of repentance, of turning away from your flesh.
Of his righteousness.
Exactly. Like it's like.
That kindness is supposed to lead to repentance rather than you just keep doing the same thing. Although He gives us grace, we got to turn back at some point.
Exactly. Like some people adopt this like non-biblical view of Christ and thinking like, oh yeah, I could keep living this life of sin. Like non-twin. Like if you look in any example in the Bible, Jesus Christ loves that person. Like for example, it was a woman who committed adultery, I believe, in the book. I'm really like I know what happens, but I can't quote it directly. That's one of the biggest thing I'm trying to work on right now. But she commits adultery, and then the Jewish like religious leaders, they were like, yeah, like what you gonna say about her? He was like, I love her still. And then he was also like, don't point, but you're also sin as well. And he started calling out all the sins, and he let her know like, I still love you, and I will like I'm gonna stand on business for you. But also he sent her away saying you must repent for your sin. Don't let that happen again. So I feel like that's a concept a lot of people don't understand, of just not being always comfortable in your faith. So
Yeah, that's a big topic.
Smooth.
I think one thing we had talked about in an earlier podcast was like we didn't know the calling that we were raised to by talking about like the Bible and God's kingdom.
Yeah.
And when we had that discussion, it was just like, dang, we can't walk around campus and act the way that we acted before because
Jordan.
the representation of God
Okay.
on the podcast
Yes.
and the representation of God on our daily walks. And it was something we had to come to like realize. And it was just like, whoa, like this is life changing. And then that's when we started realizing like when we're doing the podcast, we're all like even closer with God, like in our walks, because it makes us like realize we're held to a higher calling.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's real. Because I was like, when we first started it, I didn't know this was a ministry. If that's what they call it, like everybody like in their own ministry.
Yeah.
And I feel like people get discipled before they do it, but we was all finding like our own walk with God, like just strengthening it, you know. And one thing I always say is like people come to college to like lose themselves first and then find themselves. So it was smooth that you solidify like your walk with God to a certain point. Because obviously, you know, everybody still deal with the temptation. Yeah. Because that's smooth. Because you didn't have to like lose yourself like fully or any of these things. Because some people lose themselves and they don't find themselves. So it's a blessing to be able to, you know, to be here, you know, with everybody and be able to talk about God on this platform. You feel me? But not as smooth. I like how you said that because it's like you're trying to double check like your heart posture. Like you don't want to like lead anybody the wrong way. Because I say that all the time too. Like even now, like say the podcast, like we didn't film for like a month. So I'm like, then I found that own calling to still talk about God within like my own like YouTube videos, pushing out my own content. So it was like, it feels weird like turning on a camera and like talking about God, because I don't want to do anything out of a performance action. I don't want to make anybody, I don't want to do it to entertain. I just want to do it like what God's called me to do and like what he called me to speak on. So I kind of found like it's just like you don't know how to do something until you try it. The same with the podcast, like we didn't know what we was doing. And so it's like I found out like I don't want to turn on the camera while I'm doing my Bible study. After I do my devotion, like after I feel like God's giving me that revelation, then I want to turn it on and start talking. Because I don't want to be like, oh, is this angle right, while I'm trying to, you know, get into my mode, get into my quiet place and talk with God. So it's definitely a different aspect too, and a higher calling, because you got to make sure you right in your word if you're definitely talking about God and trying to, you know, give advice or suggestions.
Listen, this is the message. Nah, that was smooth. That was very smooth. So, so I'm assuming how much of the Bible have like you read?
I would say I definitely read a good majority when I was younger through like, personal things, because I was always one of those like real deal church kids.
Oh, like they just be teaching you like stuff in the church.
Also going home, like I remember like I was at a point like middle school. I'll say sure, I was a dweeb in middle school. I'm the type of kid staying home and watch anime, playing Minecraft. So
What animes you don't watch, man?
Animes you don't watch, man.
Anime kids on the pod.
middle school, I was definitely deeply rooted in Dragon Ball Super and My Hero Academia.
Dragon Ball Super so tough.
But what? And then what?
I'll let you slide.
Hater.
I really been deep in One Piece. I don't care what nobody say.
You caught up, right?
No.
Oh,
not at all.
You're a hater?
I don't hate One Piece, but it's just
like,
long.
I'm in Dressrosa right now. Like I ain't watching like months, but I was trying to catch up like from like senior year or like junior year. Somebody put me on. Yeah, I started going crazy with it, but it's a journey.
I'm at the
like,
part
I
where
didn't
they
like
just
the first
introduced
100
Ace.
episodes.
Oh God!
Yeah,
But you
that's
had to like, just introduced.
Yeah, that's 99. That's like
99.
You want
think
me to watch
so.
what I say, or I can speak for you?
no. Go ahead.
I'm at the part with One Piece. I'm at the part where Luffy's crashing out right now, trying to get Ace back, but I haven't.
Where he like dies, right? I already knew Ace died.
Yeah.
I
That boy
didn't
got
pick up One Piece in about a year.
Dang.
Yeah, it's been about probably a year and a couple months now.
Nah, man.
I took a long break, especially because of content stuff. I took a long break because I still work a regular job, trying to do content in school. I took a long break. Recently, I've been on JJK, and this is one of the anime called Berserker. I don't know if you heard of it.
Good. And wait, you watching the anime now?
Wait, is Berserk is different from Berserk?
Yeah.
Right? Yo, no, Berserk. I call it Berserk.
Okay. I didn't know if it was different.
Berserk.
Because I know the manga crazy. Like I done seen the panels, boy.
Bro, I gotta take the time to read the manga because I'm not gonna lie, I'm hooked. Like I'm like, yo, I watched the old timey like season 1. I watched the old timey. I was like, yo, this is like.
I heard it's like one of the
peak.
best.
I'm like, I don't care. Like I call my homies. I was like, yo, this is Pete. Like I don't care about the animation. This is good.
I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, this is the same one with like that horse?
Yes, that's the same one. That's the same one. But like, yeah, Berserk kind of trippy for me. From what I hear be happening in Berserk, it kind of trippy.
It's like no, because the thing for me is like, because at first I'm talking about like, I think I really binged Berserk. I was bored. I think it was like about a month ago. I was bored. It was a weekend. I really had nothing to do. Already got content stored away and stuff.
Wait, so you're reading the manga?
I'm
you're just watching it.
Okay.
Because like you said, okay, my bad. All right.
But yeah, like I spent a whole weekend. I'm just binging all the episodes and stuff. I'm like, yo, like this is kind of a hard little battle thing. Then the whole thing just flipped. I'm like, hold on, whoa. Like, I'm like, what
Sick word.
Betrayal, this and that. I'm like, yo, this is layers.
Berserk is sick word. I'm reading Vagabond. I haven't even. Yo, let's talk about this. The fourth book is being so hard to get. I ordered it on Amazon twice. They cancel my order like every time.
I don't want you to succeed. Y'all gotta watch Solo Leveling.
That's a good anime too.
I read the whole thing.
Read the whole thing.
Nah, bruh.
Oh, but let me go back to my original question. I asked you about the book, how much you read the Bible, because I was gonna ask you what your favorite book was and why.
I'll say, because of recency bias, definitely has to be the Gospels. Like the Gospels, well, focusing more on Matthew and John, because it was like, I'm glad I started with that as I came back into my walk with Christ, because it just reminded me of just what true love really is. You feel me? Just like understanding that Christ loves me, because I was at a point where, just like I said, like November, December of 2023, I was like sad. I was like, yo, like, what am I doing in my life? Like I'm a loser, this and that. I just like, it just made me feel like so much better. Even not just talking about it, I just get that like warm feeling inside me where it's just like, I am loved by Christ. Like it's like I wake up every day, I could smile no matter if I got bills, no matter if my car's not working, no matter what it is, like camera breaks down, whatever it is, I don't care. Jesus still loves me. I'm still loved by someone, you feel me? Just understanding that and also seeing examples, like just read, like having it in my hand, just reading it. Like there are points like it sounds corny, like I was crying, like I'm really going through. I'm like, yo, like he loves me this much. Especially the one that got me the most was a parable of the father sitting on the doorstep waiting for his son to come back. And Jesus saying,
about how he left the village and like he like was over here doing everything, and then he
exactly, like that comment, like that really tripped me out, because it was just reminding me, like I'm not saying I'm gonna continue to keep on wilding out how I used to, but it's a concept just like I've gotten to those low points in my life and God is still waiting for me, but it's now my responsibility to pick up my cross and be on that walk that he has for me. So that's the part that really getting me.
Are y'all familiar with the parable he's talking about?
Not the parable.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say. If you're not gonna let's get into
only one
it.
I know similar to that is Prodigal Son.
So there's two sons. One like they both, like the father treats them both well, treats them very equally. Then one son is like, yo, I'm tired of working on this farm, yo. This
cash in my mouth.
They got me tweaking. Like, just give me this cash. Let me go out to the city. Let me go get. You feel what I'm saying? Let me go get some motion. You feel what I'm saying?
It's not the Prodigal Son.
Yeah, is this Prodigal Son?
I think it is.
It probably is Prodigal Son. It is the Prodigal Son.
Okay,
Yes, it is. I'm tripping. But yes, you know Prodigal Son, Charles?
I know. Yeah.
Okay, you know Prodigal Son? You do?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure?
I just want to hear the rest of the story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you was about to get in your bag. My fault. I should have played down.
Nah, I was just saying, okay, so yeah. So basically he like takes some money, he's like, oh Pops, I'm about to go get some motion, feel what I'm saying? I'll be back. And then then he goes in the city, then he does this, and then he like basically, long story short, he loses all his moolah. Trenched, gone, guap. So now he's working as a slave, and then he sees the condition that the other slaves are working in, and he's like, yo, even the slaves at my dad's crib don't get treated like this. So I might as well just go work on my dad's as a slave.
Yep.
So he goes back, walks back to his dad. He's like, yo, Dad, I was tripping. No, he runs back. No, it was like a running scene.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. It was like a running scene. And then he's running back. His father sees him. He's like, oh, that's Junior? That's twin? And then he just runs. And then he runs down and he embraces his son with the biggest hug. He's like, Dad, I'm so sorry. I work as a slave. He's like, yo, son, you're not even going to do all that. We're going to put you in the best drip, get gold, And you know what? On top of that, we finna have a party. Celebration.
Boy.
They have a feast, you feel what I'm saying? So
Like
yeah, they put him in
Thanksgiving
the
can't
best
even compare.
garments and done. They had a celebration, and then the older son's like, "Yo, pops, I've been here the whole time, and you ain't do this for me." And then the father said that. The father said that. What did he say?
I'm not gonna lie. I can't. I feel like it has some. I don't remember exactly, but I feel like it had to go along the lines. I'm pretty sure the parable before that was the last would be first and the first would be last. So I feel like it has something to be along those lines. I'm not too sure. Not too sure.
The last would be first, and the first would be
I'm gonna
last.
pop it up probably.
But yeah, so basically, he tells his son like, "You didn't walk away from me, but like, be happy that your brother's here." Basically, essentially, be happy that your brother found the father again. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, so I guess it was tied to how like some sinners they get that blessing, and people that like been in Jesus they like see people get that blessing. So it's like then the people like feel some type of way, but it's
Yeah.
like but it's up to the father at the end of the day, and the father's like, "Don't worry, yours will come."
For sure.
And he treats him the same way. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's what he said. I treat y'all both very equally. So what is mine is also yours.
Man, the
That's what he
Spirit
said.
was just working.
Yeah,
He just
he
gave
was
you a whole
working. He
revelation
said,
just now.
yeah, he was like, what is mine is also yours. So yeah,
No, that's fine.
yeah.
Because although we're all on like the same path, we're all on different walks individually.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes it's like tough. You see other people get blessed, and you're like, God, I really been
Yeah.
putting in my work for real. I've been consistent in everything. But whenever you see your homeboys getting blessed, I was just talking about Charles about it earlier. It's like blessings are in the neighborhood. You just might be the last house on that block.
Well, you better start getting excited.
Yeah.
You never know who up next.
Not for sure. I wanted it like connected because you had like dropped a video the other day. I think he was on a rooftop talking about sometimes you just gotta sit on that bench and watch your homeboys hoop or watch people hoop. You feel me?
We on 47.
It's smooth.
Oh, okay.
Nah, cause that's the lesson I had to learn. Cause I said, especially coming into my journey with content, is like there were other big creators. They weren't in the same lane as I am now. They had like 1K subscribers, 2K subscribers. Sitting back, I had like 100 something. I was like, man, how am I gonna get there? But it was just a concept I had to learn. My homeboy told me this. He was just like, yo, sometimes you got to sit on the bench and wait your turn. That's their turn right now, but your time to shine. You're probably gonna be one of the greats. You feel me? So I had to learn that and just stop really trying to look at life from other people's lanes and just stay in my narrow lane and just let me do the best that I could do with what I have through the circumstances God blessed me with.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely real because boy, like them waiting seasons, boy, they be tough. No cap. And then every time you try to come out the waiting season, it would just be longer and longer.
Indeed, most definitely.
Boy Joseph.
Most definitely.
But yeah, even connecting that too, I saw you had dropped on your story the other day.
Researcher Lou.
Researcher, man, you know me.
Researcher Lou.
So it was a picture of your notebook, and it was like a letter to yourself in 2022.
I'm big on those.
Yeah, so yeah, can you like kind of like talk through it? Like you had a goal for YouTube, and now like you're either like at that goal, or you still going through it, but you can see the growth.
Yeah, I'm really one of those ones where it's just like I love writing things down. Like for example, like so how I've really depicted my come up, like it's really broken down to multiple notebooks. I think right now I'm on phase 3, and I call it like the year of bones, like my Kobe year, 2024 my Kobe year. So it's like to start up every notebook, I write down my sub count. I write down on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I write down like some of the milestones I already hit, some of the milestones I want to hit. So it's like it's one of those things where it's just like for recency bias, I look back, be like, yo, I just had this and that. So like if I'm in a slump, close the book, chill for a little bit, understand that what I'm doing now is gonna work. You feel me? But it's also a concept of just like it feels so amazing when I can look back, like I screenshots and messages with my homeboys of me talking about something. Yeah, I want 1K subs by the end of my goal is like 1K subs by next 2024. Like everything I have now, I never fathomed it at all. Like if you told me I would have had this on Instagram, this on TikTok, this on YouTube, I'd be like, bro, you crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it was one of those things where just like I just like having that to look back on is just really just like shows me how far you've come, because I feel like sometimes you can work so hard and push yourself to such like high levels that like the moment you start like trickling back a little bit or you become a little bit stagnant, you're like, oh man, like,
Discouraged.
yeah, I'm a failure now again. You feel me? But then it's just like, whoa, like
Look where you came from.
yeah, like I ain't had nothing for. I was really at rock bottom. You feel me? So now it's like I don't gotta like. I'm not saying you gotta take your foot off the gas pedal, but it's also one of those things where it's just you gotta appreciate where you are, live in the moment a little bit, but also acknowledge that there's still more work that needs to be done to grow.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's a big part why I want to do the vision boards, because we had made vision boards in the beginning of this year, and like so many of those goals are like in the process or have been like are being touched on as of right now, and we're only halfway through the year. I'm like, yo, we should make one for summer and see what we can do with that. It's like when you write it down, you get to see how far you've really come. All of those goals you set. It's really good.
And it's cool too, because what's it called? Your goals were surpassed probably by like tenfold, because it say, I forgot the verse, but it's like, many are the plans of a man's heart, but like God's plans are so much more than ours. He has so much more than we can even see for ourselves.
Like, it's real crazy to think about, for real. It was like all the plans I had myself, it was just like, I'll say 100% they've been derailed. Like the path I saw myself being on is not the current path I'm on right now. But at the same time though, I feel like the path I'm on right now is the best path. So I'm just beyond grateful. And I wake up every day, I just thank God for it. Like I open my eyes, I be like, God, thank you for it all, man. Like sometimes I be going through Instagram, I be like, thank you for it all, man. I go through TikTok, thank you for it all, man. Whether it's a video that only has 1,000 likes, whether it's a video that has 10K, 20K, 30K, 100K.
Give thanks.
At the end of the day, I could be in a position where I could fall off tomorrow, so I'm gonna appreciate it while I'm here.
That's true.
No, that's real. I love like our scene nowadays, because like in every other space, like everybody has like they people like, or they people like blowing up, whether it's like, you know, the YouTube like DDG, Kingston and all that, but it's like still nice like seeing, or like Kingdom of God like raising up like creators, you know, people in like their own lane and their own stream, like, you know, fill code for everybody else, just creating their own thing, whether it be through podcasts, whether it be through cinematics and everything. It's just cool to see. It's like God doesn't call us to change our energy, just switching it. Like one thing I had got a revelation when I was reading I forgot which book it was, either in Romans, but it was like, keep that same energy for the Lord, like that same energy that you have for the world, that same motivation you had to do that content, just switch it to God and just switch it to that energy, and then he's gonna take it and he's gonna steward it, and he's just gonna, when it's the right time, he's gonna build it up if you're in the right heart posture. Just a matter of like staying consistent with that. One other question I have for you, like was it ever difficult like staying in like the right heart posture, or like not going Hollywood, or like if people try to collab here and then like, you know, double checking it like with God and making sure everything's right for you?
I'll say for sure, I'll be 100% honest with you, this is really one of the first collabs that's come my way that is actually something that was like, I had to think over before I said yes. Like I had to make sure like, all right, but let me make sure this and that, like make sure these boys are something, because it's like now with you, me growing, like following stuff, I gotta make things like, is this brand safe? I gotta think like that.
Their
like,
values.
Like are they gonna get on here like and just challenge my faith? Are they gonna get out here, not challenge my faith in like ways that it's just like pick at me to say something, and the clip be like, oh, man who talks about God says this about God, you feel me? Like, or like something negative, you feel me? It's not like a community type feeling. It's just like I'm welcome, and it's also just like, bro, like I could look at something and be like, yo, that's other world. I have no business putting my face on that. Like it's one of those things, it's an easy note. So it's just like, I'll say, as of right now, it's not really that hard. It hasn't been that hard. But I know sooner or later in the future, like, one thing I always tell myself, I don't know if it's a bad mindset of like, bad things are to come. Like, there's no such thing as like 100% an easy life. Like, I'm not saying I want them to come, but by no means am I not really mentally prepared to be like, all right, but like, if this comes my way, I can't be the ability to do it. I have to acknowledge it head first and be like, this is not for me, and then keep it pushing. So,
Yeah, it's definitely good to like prepare for the worst. Always, I'm a person like, I be saying I'm an extremist. I'll be like, oh yeah, the worst gonna come. Like, like somebody gonna come in right here right now and kick us out of school, not the room. That's real to always have like a kind of a plan or be mentally prepared for it, because some people aren't and they be tweaking when they're not. And always like, it's weird to say, it's like when you are following like God's path, like you are gonna get attacked, you know, like spiritually and things like that. You know, just stress might come through, whether it's like you run into that traffic and you was like late here. Imagine that, or like
I was almost up, man.
Now we flexible with time, man.
I had to leave work a little early because at first I was thinking I was gonna leave because I almost said where I live on here. Don't say that. I remember when I first blew up, bro. People were talking about, I'm gonna touch on your brother's name dropping up. I was like, yo, what? I was hot. Like I remember when I first blew up, I was like, yo, I don't even want this no more. But then it calmed down after a little bit, and then one person they were threatening to drop my addy every time I hopped on TikTok live, so I had to take a break from going on TikTok live. Like, oh, I'm gonna tell people you live in, and then they dropped the first couple digits on my house. I was like,
oh, now they really found it.
Wow.
Wow.
Y'all scary.
bro, what? So
Y'all are
Nah, and people be like swatting people and everything too.
Yes, bro. People be weird, bro. You feel me? But yeah, hold on. Let me get in the main topic of the question. What was the main topic of the question?
I didn't even know that. I asked.
You brought up trauma. Brought up trauma.
Damn, what did I ask?
Oh, it was about me being late. Cause
Oh,
yeah, I had to leave work a little early. Cause I was talking to my brother right before. Cause me and my brother were at the same job. I clocked in. I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna leave work around 5. He was like, yo, if you leave work at 5, you are not making it to FIU by 6. I was like, are you serious right now?
Yeah,
last time I came to Miami,
traffic.
Yeah, last time I came to Miami, it was at nighttime. I was coming for a King City video before I did my whole little rebranding stuff. So it was like nighttime, you know, open road, driving crazy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I got here in like an hour, maybe like 50, 40 minutes. So I was like, oh, he was like, punch out traffic. I was like, oh shoot, you all right? You work at 4, you feel me? And I was like, yo, 2-hour drive. I was like, sheesh.
I didn't even know it was that. We could have met in the middle, boy.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing for me. It was just like when we first talked about it, I still had the mindset of just like Miami's not that far, bro. Miami's right there. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now you know.
Yeah, nah.
Hey, man. Next time we meet in the middle.
Nah, we gonna go down to the other school. Like y'all don't even know the names.
Yeah.
But nah.
Nah. I feel y'all. If y'all come down to FAU,
That was not an owl. I'm so sorry.
FAU. I don't even think we got a son. I'm not really that much school spirited. I'm like, bro, I'm paying y'all to come to school. What I gotta be having like high spirits for? Like, come on. Take my money for education. I'm gone.
Only high spirits for the Lord.
My 2 choices for college was FIU and FAU, and the only reason I didn't go to FAU because their mascot was an owl, and I was like, that's kind of lame. I don't want to be no owl.
Nah, it is kind of lame.
It's closer to Ocala though.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's up there. I was trying to be far from Ocala. That's where I'm from. But yeah.
What am I about to say? Oh yeah, you know what? Let's stop saying our locations and where we're from. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If someone say that about my brother, I'm not. I don't know what's going on.
You guys need to find Dior. He lives in 480.
They finna come take your braids out.
Please, please.
Y'all seen
Actually,
that
give me
teacher on
retweets.
TikTok getting his braids taken
That
out?
was so controversial.
The teacher on TikTok was getting his braids taken out by like 5 female students.
Oh yeah. How do y'all feel about that?
Brand safe.
Oh yeah, my bad. Let me stop.
No, it's like I'll say I don't really care if people like come at me for this, but it's one of those things. Just like I would say it'd be weirder. Like I'll say to me, it's mainly a problem because I don't want those same girls going to the next teacher that may be a weirdo, thinking that they could be as comfortable like that.
That's true.
But it's like the thing with him is just like he already set on those boundaries, this and that, and it's just like if he really wanted to be weird, he would have just asked one of the girls to do it as by the end of the empty classroom. Like it really could have been a lot worse. And it's also one of those things where he's also highlighted the fact where he's not only like quote unquote preying on the girls. He's not Drizzy, you feel me? Like he's not like he's not
Drizzy.
Yeah, he's not full of the Drizzy, you feel me? He's not really focused on the girls. There's other aspects where he was playing like football outside of school with the guys and stuff, helping them play basketball and stuff. So it's
The
like,
same energy all around.
Yeah, he's spreading the energy.
yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you could take one little thing completely out of context and then you could just run with it, or you could just look at the whole grand scheme of things.
Just like the Bible.
Yeah,
Just like
Yeah, people be running with some verses, boy.
Man,
Be smooth,
that was pretty
yeah.
smooth.
gotta keep brand safe.
Gotta keep the brand safe.
Tell
For
the
sure,
people
he done
what
did
you
his
got.
media training.
Tell the people what you got coming up next. What your platforms are.
I say coming up next, man, we're gonna keep on dropping little yacht sessions. I'm definitely trying to take a step into more like fashion content, trying to take a step into dropping a brand, dropping a clothing brand. Think about making a podcast, but I don't know. I might just drop like long like videos on YouTube. I don't really know yet. Just y'all sit down videos on YouTube and keep it like that.
You don't know till you try.
Yeah, and
Sure,
then
sure.
besides that, man, just grinding, trying to learn, trying to grow on YouTube. And that's pretty much it. Like, I don't really got too much in the vault that's really cooked up for like the social media side of things.
And what you studying?
Right now, I'm studying computer science and engineering. If my parents hear this, I'm leaving that. I'm leaving. I'm sorry. I'm leaving.
Parents, shut the video off.
Yeah, like if you don't like this, if I put this on the house, you know, they'll be like, yeah, I can't do it. I remember like that fall term of computer science and engineering, my first year there, I was pulling my hair out, bro.
Oh gosh, it's not for the weak.
Bro, they put me in 2 computer science classes, bro. ChatGPT saved me, man. That's all I can say. Hopefully FAU don't see this. But yeah, I was
That boy Farrell, he naming all the head on the swivel.
What? Like,
How your parents feel about like your platform?
I would say at first we definitely clashed heads when I was posting more worldly things. We clashed heads a lot. I definitely remember like arguments with my dad, like, nah, like this is what I want to do. I'm just keep on posting and stuff. But now I made that 360 turn. They definitely like it a lot more. You feel me? They still don't really understand like the nitty gritty, like, oh, how you make money from this, how you do this, how you do that. I just don't understand that part. And quite frankly, I don't really want my parents' pocket watching me, man. So keep it very vague and stuff.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
How do y'all parents feel about the podcast?
They love it.
Bruh, I be meeting people like in like extended family, and they be like, I met you already through your podcast. I be like, what you mean? And yeah, nah, they rock with it heavy, and I like it too, cause like, if they see this, I feel like, sometimes in like they walk with God, what's it called? Maybe like they brought me in through it, like through the church, but I feel like some minor scale things, or I feel like they might not be in their word, or they might not understand it, or they might not have that personal relationship with God as much. And I feel like it's just another method. Like they gonna watch me because I'm their son, but they gonna get a word through it as well. And whether it's not from me, it's from one of y'all boys, what we talk about, whether it's from a guest that we bring on, I feel like it's just another thing to like help like plant that seed in my own parents' brain, who planted that seed first in me.
That's what happened to me too with my mom. Like I seen her like grow even more spiritually since this podcast has started.
The sheep has become the shepherd. That's hard. I'm
is
calling
hard.
that. That's hard.
Strengthen each other during different seasons.
That's hard.
Iron
So your mom,
Iron sharpens iron.
your mom messes with the podcast.
Yeah, she loves it.
Shout out Miss Smith.
Do your parents? You told me your parents don't like the pod.
Chill. I didn't want to talk about it. No, my mom likes it.
One for two, man.
One for two.
Nah, it's cool just starting something up, because even with hair, it's like, it's not like we don't be trying to like, not brand safe, but like a lot of people would ask to come on. Like we got friends and stuff too. Oh, dang! If you probably wondering why you're not on, I'm gonna let you know why you're not on. But you probably didn't get to the end of this. But what's it called? I feel like some people just try to get on not in the right heart posture.
Yeah.
But they might not have they might have a clothing brand or something.
Yeah.
They might have something where they're trying to start motion with.
Sure.
And I feel like just because like we do have good quality, like I know what I'm doing with like editing and video and all that. And a lot of people would want that for their brand. And it is, no matter even if it's one or two people watching, it would be a method of promotion. And so we just got to maintain the right heart posture. Even with our sponsor, we had to make sure we was in the right heart posture with it and
Shout out
everything.
to Ink.
Yeah. If you drop that phone, man. Now this
I saw that. Boy, you know where to go to. Yeah, that video was funny.
Cinematic.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, it was smooth. But it's cool though, because it kind of gives like real world experience with discerning, because you really need to discern like who you bring on to like something like, you know, God called you to do. For real.
Which has been cool, because I don't think I'll regret any of the guests that we had on.
Nah.
They've all they've all like had a lesson and something to preach.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we weren't talking about God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is real.
Even with that discernment, definitely a big piece for me, because I like, it's like I've definitely like, it's like understanding like one of the biggest lessons I also had to learn was this concept of just like not really trying to be greedy with my platform, because I've definitely had people like this concept. I still don't even understand myself. I used to get emails about it all the time, starting like a school online virtual thing where it's like people pay to be a part of a community. But it's like, I sit back, I look at it, I'm like, you want me to make people pay to receive the word of God? Like, I would understand if I had some like, let's say I was like, oh, here's how to build your credit, here's how to do this, here's how to do that. Like, I understand if I had something like that.
Yeah.
But like the word of God, like, oh, that's another thing I might start. I might start streaming and just like chilling, like word of God, this and that, like, or like chilling, like doing stuff, just talking to people. But it's like, yeah, just having that discernment, just like you said.
Yeah. No, that's real. And I like too when not streaming would be great too, because I like when people like they dissecting the word and they talk about it, but like that same like energy, the same way like me and Dior would have a conversation, like the same way it's in the same tone, like how you giving that Bible story, you saying like twin and all that, it relates to all of us. I think that's how I kind of used from South Florida, like the video in your car. I think you said like, you're not gonna share that bread, ZB? And I was like, oh, he gotta be from down here.
That's definitely one of those things where people be trying to get me to be like, because I know how to speak proper, like I definitely know how to code switch.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things just like, I feel like the audience I'm talking to, I don't need a code switch.
Yeah.
If I got a code switch to speak to this audience, it's like, that's not even like, I'm not even comfortable at this point. It's like I'm sitting up on my news broadcast and reading through a script.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like that's definitely one of those things. Definitely helped me grow, just relating to people, having a voice that's comfortable, having a voice like, I forgot, someone DM'd me and said like, it's just like, I just relatable, I guess. Yeah, like, that was it.
I mean, he said rudimentary. I think he got it. He got it.
Nah, cause me and Charles, you be the only one saying like big words. Me and Charles, we just be cool.
He said
Sometimes you gotta
rudimentary.
speak very profoundly.
Elegantly, if you will.
Elegantly.
Dang. We gonna end it there or not?
Yeah, smooth. You can let them know your handles if you want.
Man, at J Bones on TikTok at J. You feel me? TikTok at J Bones Clips, I think. Instagram at J Bones.10. YouTube J Bones. You know, we'll go tap on that. Go show love, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man.
Shout out to J
Tap
Bones.
in.
Hey, shout out to Real Th3rds podcast for having me on, man.
For sure.
Hey,
For sure.
Appreciate you, man. Making that drive too.
Of course, man.
End off with a prayer real quick.
Oh yeah, you end up with a
course.
prayer.
I got y'all. I saw all y'all look at me at the same time.
I was like, I didn't know you gonna pray. I can pray like.
All right, let's do it. You feel what I'm saying? Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this gathering. I thank you for just letting J Bones traveling mercies. I thank you for letting him get here safely, Lord, to just have an enticing conversation about your will, about your spirit, and about your kindness, Lord, and about your righteousness. Thank you for just letting us be able to gather here to talk about you, giving us this platform, giving us success with this platform, giving J Bones success with his platform as well, Lord. Thank you for guiding us, leading us, and even where we don't know where we're about to go, you still shepherd us and make sure that your sheep are never lost, Lord. Lord, I thank you for everything that you've done, and for all the things that you already have put in place and all the blessings that you already know that we are getting, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
And that's the show right there.
Great catch. Nah, J Bones in the prayer, crazy. Not J.